Two enterprising college students decide to start a business. They will make up and deliver helium balloon bouquets for special occasions. It will cost them $39.99 to buy a machine to fill the balloons with helium. They estimate that it will cost them $2 to buy the balloons, helium, and ribbons needed to make each balloon bouquet. Which of the following expressions could be used to model the total cost for producing bee balloon bouquets? Well, you have two expenses here. You have the cost to buy the machine, which is $39.99, and then you also have the material cost. $2 is the cost for each balloon bouquet to make those. So those are your two expenses. The total cost then would be $39.99 plus this $2 for each bouquet. So 2 times the number of bouquets, or 2 times B, plus the $39.99. Letter A is the correct answer. What is the value of the expression x minus y squared? When x is 5 and y is -1, this is one you don't want to miss. Be careful of your signs. You're going to substitute 5 in for x and -1 in for y. Again, watch your signs. It's going to be 5 minus a -1. That quantity is squared. Minus a negative becomes plus, so it'd be 5 plus 1, which of course is 6. And then if you square that, that is 36, and that is letter K. On the first day of school, Mr. Villani gave his third grade students 5 new words to spell. On each day of school after that, he gave the students 3 new words to spell. In the first 20 days of school, how many new words had he given the students to spell? Well, he starts off giving them 5 words on the first day, and then if we're talking about 20 days, there are 19 days after that. So for the next 19 days, he's given them 3 words each day. So again, he's starting with 5, and then for the next 19 days, he's giving them 3 words. So 5 plus 19 times 3. Watch your order of operations here. You're taking 19 times 3 before you add. So 19 times 3 is 57, and then add 5 and 57. He has given them a total of 62 words for those 20 days. Letter B. Which of the following is equivalent to the quantity 4x squared, all to the third power? Take everything inside the parentheses to the third power. If you take 4 to the third power, 4 times 4 times 4, that is 64. And then if you take x squared to the third power, when you take a power to a power, you multiply the exponents. That would be x to the 6th. So 4 to the third is 64, x squared to the third is x to the 6th. It's going to be 64x to the 6th. You may have got hung up on what to do with the exponent when you're taking that x squared to the third power. Well, if you aren't sure, draw it out. So x squared to the third power, you have x squared times x squared times x squared, or in other words, you have 6 x's lined up. And that's how you get x to the 6th power out of that. Anyway, the answer is 64x to the 6th, letter G. Which of the following lists all the positive factors of 8? Well, factors of 8 are numbers that you multiply to get 8, or numbers that divide into 8 evenly. So factors of 8 would be 8 and 1. You can multiply 8 by 1 to get 8, and also 4 and 2. You can multiply 4 by 2 to get 8. So all the positive factors of 8 would be 1, 2, 4, and 8. That's an easy one, letter E. Which of the following is an equivalent simplified expression for 2 times the quantity 4x plus 7 minus 3 times the quantity 2x minus 4? Just use the distributed property here and then combine the like terms. Distributed property of the 2, take 2 times 4x, that is 8x, and then 2 times 7 is 14. And watch your signs on this next step. Distribute the -3, carry that negative sign with it. -3 times 2x is -6x, and -3 times -4 is +12. Go back through and combine the like terms. You can combine 8x with -6x, it's 2x, and 14 and 12, you combine those, it's 26. 2x plus 26, letter H. To determine a student's overall test score for the semester, Ms. Lopez throws out the lowest test score and takes the average of the remaining test scores. So she's throwing out the lowest, taking the average of the remaining scores. Victor earned the following test scores in Ms. Lopez's class this semester: 62, 78, 83, 84, and 93. What overall test score did Victor earn in Ms. Lopez's class this semester? So she's taking the test score, she's throwing out the lowest one, she's throwing out the 62, and then finding the average of those remaining scores. So to find the average of those 4 remaining scores, add those 4 scores together and divide by 4. If you add those 4 scores up, you get 338. And then if you divide by 4, it's going to be 84.5. That is Victor's average, and that is letter E. Uptown Cable, a cable TV provider, charges each customer $120 for installation plus a $25 per month fee for cable programming. Uptown's competitor, Downtown Cable, charges each customer $60 for installation plus $35 per month fee for that cable programming. A customer who signs up with Uptown will pay the same total amount for cable TV as a customer who signs up with Downtown if each pays for installation and cable programming for how many months. So what we're finding out here is in how many months will the charges be equal. We'll take a look at each one. Uptown cable is $25 per month plus $120 for installation. M is the number of months, so we'll say 25M plus 120. And then take a look at downtown cable. It's $35 per month plus a $60 installation fee, so 35M plus 60. Again, we want to figure out how many months these will be equal, so set them equal. Set 25M plus 120 equal to 35M plus 60. And guess what? You're going to solve for M. That will give you the number of months they will be equal. You can do any of four things here. You can subtract 25M, subtract 120, subtract 35M, or subtract 60. I'm going to do two things at once. I'm going to subtract 25M and subtract 60 from each side. If you do that, we end up with 60 equals 10M, and then divide each side by 10, get M equals 6. So in 6 months, those charges would be equal, and then it happens to be letter G, 6.